I'm not one of the guys who design systems or run networks. I'm a low-level technician in a data center on the outskirts of the city. Mostly I clean filters, check fans, and run basic diagnostics on old units that are barely holding together. We call them the dead racks, rows of ancient servers that once ran government or corporate infrastructure. Nobody cares about them anymore, but someone still pays for storage, so we keep them alive. Last week I was testing Unit 4-07. I hooked up the KVM console like always. Blue BIOS screen, humming fans. Nothing out of the ordinary. Then the screen flickered and showed, "Hello." Right after that, it displayed my full name. At first I thought it was some kind of leftover log, but that name doesn't appear anywhere in the system. My credentials only show an employee ID. I chuckled a bit, like it was an Easter egg or something. Closed the session, reconnected. Nothing. Clean screen. The next day, I checked 407 again. The screen powered up. I know what you have to do. Just that. No greeting, no context. I shut the fans down and went to one of the senior techs. He's been around long enough to have seen every glitch in the book. Could be a BIOS bug. Maybe someone left a script running. He shrugged, hooked up himself. Nothing. Completely blank. Dude, that's either a glitch or you seriously need a day off. How much sleep did you get? I laughed with him, but the chill down my spine didn't leave, because 4-07, according to documentation, has been offline since 2021. And when I checked the power logs, there hadn't been any activity in over 6 months. But I saw the screen. I know I saw it. Tonight, after everyone left, I went back to check the unit again. You shouldn't have come back. This time the screen didn't vanish. It just waited. I couldn't shut it down. And then a new line appeared at the bottom. Last entry, June 12th, 0317. End, June 12th. Today is the 8th. What does that mean? I couldn't move. The screen didn't flicker, didn't buzz, didn't crash. It just stayed there, glowing faintly in the dark, showing a new line of text beneath the timestamp. June 12th, 0317 a.m. Repeat cycle. They died. Check the records. I don't know what made me listen. Who died? I grabbed my phone, connected to the internal Wi-Fi, and pulled up public crime logs. It took a while, filtering by location, narrowing by time. But then I saw it. 5 years ago, same day, same time. A man was found dead in a park not far from here. No suspects, cause of death, massive internal trauma, no witnesses. They never solved it. So I went further. 4 years ago, same day, same time, a woman in her car, engine running, eyes open, heart attack, they said. 3 years ago, an 8-year-old boy. 2 years ago, a homeless man. Last year, a nurse walking home after her shift. Different people, different places, but the same minute, every time. And now at the bottom of the server screen, a new message. It will happen again. One must die. Someone, or you. 4 days. Choose. I stared at those words until they burned into my retinas. What kind of machine knows this? Why does it only show me? And how the hell do I choose? I barely slept that night. June 12th, 3:17. Why that exact time? Why me? The next day, I avoided rack 407 the entire shift. Walked past it like it wasn't there. Pretended I had other tasks. Didn't touch the console. Didn't even look at it. But at the end of my shift, I broke. I plugged the console back in. This time, the screen didn't greet me. No text, just an image, a still shot. Dimensions slightly grainy. Looked like a room, small, familiar. At first, I didn't get it. I leaned closer, studied the corner of the desk, the curve of the window frame, the posters on the wall. Then it hit me. That was my room. A chill crawled up my spine like cold fingers. Not a room, my room. The bed, the shelf, even the crooked lamp I keep meaning to fix. I stared at it, paralyzed. There was no timestamp, no watermark, just a single line slowly typing itself across the bottom. "You're not watching." I yanked the cable out like it burned, and I ran all the way home. I got home nearly out of breath, locked the door behind me, turned on every light. I searched every corner of the apartment, under the bed, behind the wardrobe, inside the vents. No signs of forced entry, no hidden cameras, no bugs, no unfamiliar devices. How is this even possible? I ran down to the front desk. The security guard was an older guy, former cop, usually half asleep in front of the monitors but sharp when he needs to be. I told him someone might have broken into my apartment, asked if we could check the security footage. He started scrolling through the feed, yawning like it was nothing. Then he frowned. No one had entered, no broken locks, no suspicious activity near my door, not even a single unfamiliar face around my building for the entire past week. I stared at the screen like it might suddenly reveal something. A shadow, a glitch, anything. But there was nothing. I went back upstairs, threw a few essentials into a backpack, phone charger, clean clothes, toothbrush. Then I called my brother, told him I was tired, needed a change of scenery, asked if I could crash at his place for the night. There was no way I was staying in that apartment, not after what I saw. The next day I connected to 407 again. The screen was empty, no text, no video. Silence. I typed, "Hello." Nothing happened for a while. I just sat there in the dim server room, staring at the flickering monitor. Maybe this really was some kind of breakdown. Maybe I was losing it. I was about to power off the console when a new line appeared. "Either you or..." Dots flickered. An image started loading, slowly, frame by frame. And then, a face, a girl. I didn't recognize her. Mid-20s maybe, light hair, gray jacket. Who is this? What kind of sick joke is this? Then another line appeared. "Either you take your own life, or she dies. June 12th, 3:17. That was it. The screen went black. No response to any commands. No flicker. No signal. The server never spoke again. I spent the entire day searching, scrolling through social media, Tinder, even ran a reverse image search and checked public records, missing persons databases. Nothing. And honestly, even if I had found her, what was I supposed to say? "Hey, some anonymous server showed me your photo and said you'll die if I don't kill myself." I would have sounded insane. Then the time came. June 12th, 3:17. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't even sit still. I just kept pacing and staring at the clock. And then, nothing happened. Just another night. Silence. I was alive, and everything around me was too. Maybe it really was a prank. Maybe my senior tech was messing with me. I almost believed that. Until the next morning, I turned on the news while eating breakfast. The usual: politics, weather, traffic accidents. And then, last night around 3:20 a.m., a tragic accident occurred at a downtown construction site. A group of young women were walking home from a nightclub. One of them stepped aside to take a phone call. At that moment, a concrete slab detached from a crane. She was killed instantly. Authorities are treating it as a freak accident. Our condolences to the family. And then they showed the photo. The same one. I froze, spoon halfway to my mouth. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. It was her. Today is June 12th. I'm back at work. This morning I booted up the server again. It greeted me with a new message. It will repeat every year until you make the right choice. I just stared at the screen. Did that girl die because of me? Am I supposed to take my own life to save others? And if I do, will the deaths actually stop?